Today I'm going to be doing a book review about the book How to Love by Thich Nhat Hanh. He's a Buddhist monk from Vietnam, and this is a short little book. It's sort of like a meditation book, which is nice. It's a quick read, but it's one of those books that you could reread over and over, which is nice. It's written in short little paragraphs, and it has these adorable little pen drawings in them. I read it all in one day today, and it's nice because it's written in really accessible language, which is nice, but has a really deep meaning. The basic premise of this book is that there are 4 basic elements of true love, and I think of this true love in the sense of relationships like you would with a partner, but I also think that it's applicable to other relationships in your life, whether it be friendships or family relationships. The first element that he describes is loving kindness, which basically is the premise that you need to find happiness within yourself so that you can provide that happiness to your partner or the person that you're in a relationship with, whether it be a love relationship or something. The second element is compassion, which is the act of understanding your own suffering and understanding the suffering of the person that you are in a relationship with, which obviously is such an important part of being in a relationship. The third is joy, and I really love that he described it as being a spring day or sunshine in your loved one's life. I think that's a really beautiful way to think about it. And the fourth element is equanimity, which I actually had to look up. The author describes equanimity as what happens to one person in the relationship happens to the other. So basically the idea that you've become one, and so your suffering and your happiness is shared between the two of you, which is so true in true love relationships. These elements of true love that he describes are based on Sanskrit traditions, which is such a beautiful idea. I think that it comes from a long history of tradition, and it's still so applicable now. After he describes the different elements of true love and the qualities that make up true love, he gives sort of strategies that can help you apply those into your real world. So for example, he provides different mantras that you should develop within your communication with the person that you're in a relationship with. And they're really simple, down-to-earth descriptions of how you should talk to the person that you're with to describe your suffering and to be an attentive listener and that sort of thing. I think the reason that I loved this book so much was that mainstream relationship advice is so much based on what you take from relationships. And this book is really based on what you give in the relationship and then thus what you can get from giving. It's such a beautiful ideal, I think. So it's a really quick read. I really highly recommend it. I think that this is one of those books that I'm going to go back to, when I'm needing some advice in life or that sort of thing. I think it's a great little book that you can go back to over and over. And the nice part is that because it's written in such short paragraphs, you can take what you want from it and not have to reread the whole thing. I bought this book this weekend from Bank Square Books in Mystic, Connecticut. It's a great little locally owned bookstore. If you have a locally owned bookstore in your town, I highly recommend seeing if they have this book or asking them to order it for you. So that's my book review for today. Let me know in the comments if you've read this book, or if you do read this book, what you think of it. And I hope that you pick it up because it's really a great little life lesson book that's super easy to read. Thanks, bye.